Alright guys, a little bit of a different video today. I think we're gonna have a real talk. And what we're gonna talk about today is this. And the effect that just had on everyone in their Texas 2K experience this year. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so before we dive into the depressing stuff, because it's going to be a little depressing today, I want to take a moment, say thank you guys for stopping by. Welcome to the channel. If you are not subscribed, hey, please consider it. If anything, leave me a like. It costs you nothing. It costs you no time, but helps me out tremendously. So, not a video I really want to make, but I feel like no one has made this yet. And for those of you who have never been to Texas 2K, if you don't see something like this as some kind of warning before you show up, you're probably not going to have the best time. Alright guys, so for those of you that have returned, have been with the channel for a while, I know, I promised you guys some racing this weekend. Unfortunately, Texas weather wasn't trying to cooperate. As you guys know, we went from snow 2 weeks ago to 80 degrees to yesterday, the flashlight shootout. Kevin Van Voorst drove here all the way from Amarillo. 1320 got all the way down here from, I believe, Nebraska. And fog wasn't trying to play with us. So that got canceled, rescheduled for the end of July. And then Test and Tune today at Texas Motorplex, go get some quarter-mile times in, was also canceled due to thunderstorms. So we had to find some content for you guys today, and after a little bit of brainstorming, I figured I would help out the crowds who have never been to Texas 2K before. Leave your comments below if you have any other tips for the new guys, but let's dive into it. Okay guys, so first and foremost, I believe I need to kind of break down for all the new people what Texas 2K is. So what it is it is a sanctioned event, goes down every single year at Houston Raceway Park. Some of the fastest cars on the planet show up. We're talking cars that are, if you're 1500 horsepower, you're not fast enough to be racing there. You'll get UGR there, you'll have AMS, you'll have ETS, 1320 will be there, Cletus will more than likely be there. You're talking about some of the fastest names right now on the street. This is a fully sanctioned, legal, closed track event. They have to tech in. Some of the craziest vendors you're going to see. It is an extravaganza. It lasts, I believe, 4 days. All kinds of races are going to go down. If you feel like you can race, hey, go at least do the test and tune, see what you can make happen. But what Texas 2K also brings in are some of the fastest street racers in the country. Now, we're not talking street outlaws. This isn't on the Discovery Channel. We're not talking closed course stuff. We're talking about running from the cops, hence this guy. About some of the fastest rollers you'll ever see going down the highways. We're talking crazy meets. We're talking a gigantic police presence. So let me tell you about last year, because I've been a couple years now. First year I went, we ended up blowing up a car, ended up making for a very long weekend, tearing down heads on Joseph's TA in the parking lot. Wasn't the best experience I've ever had. Also wasn't the worst, learned a lot. But last year, coronavirus hit, right? And on the way to Houston, we actually found out that they had closed the event to spectators. Huge bummer, is what it is. We were already planning on being down there. We were gonna go see my boy Mark. We already had a hotel set up. Boom, we're going down, we're gonna make it happen. So we show up, and as you head into Houston, as you go from 45, like there's an asphalt and then it goes into concrete. As soon as we passed over the concrete into the city limits, there was a cop every half a mile. Okay, and we saw cops that were pulling people over for revving. We saw people that were accelerating onto the highway getting pulled over. We went to a couple of meets, and literally people started revving and just hotboying, and cops showed up. We had, I don't know, 15 or 16 cops show up to one meet. And then we went to an underground meet, and for lack of a better term, all hell broke loose. But what does that mean for you this year? What does the whole Andrew Mock situation have to do with it? So Texas 2K is also known as the Super Bowl of street racing. These guys are going to show up, they're going to show out. These are not the guys I'm talking to because they're not listening to me anyway. But if this is your first time and you want to experience the event without getting in any trouble, I'm gonna tell you now, if you drive anything that's remotely loud and you don't want tickets, get a rental. Get a rental or ride with someone else. The police presence is going to be absolutely ridiculous this year. I do want to take the Challenger. I more than likely will still take the Challenger just because, but we're also taking the truck and the dogs. So if we're able to drive around and, you know, not get in trouble, that seems like the best idea for me. I also use Off the Record, so no, this is not a paid promotion, but I use Off the Record. So if anything does happen, just keep that in your back pocket, that you're able to use that as well as a tool. I'm also an insurance broker, so I kind of know my way to get around things. With that being said, tickets will affect your insurance. It is going to get more expensive. They're going to be looking for any reason to get anybody with a modified vehicle off the road. So, and the things that I've seen since I've been actually going to Texas 2K, I've seen car crashes. I've seen really bad car crashes. I saw a motorcyclist get clipped, and I think it caused like a 4-car pileup. Not a great time. I've seen people run from the cops. In 2018, I want to say, yeah, it was 2018. I saw an Opel GTR. I'm not sure who the driver was. Even if I did, rats get bats. I don't snitch anybody out. But I watched a cop hit the lights behind him, right? And I watched this GTR turn off all his lights, and I watched the back end of the car squat, and I watched him disappear. Cop turned off his lights immediately because they know they're not going to catch you. What that means is they're going to come up with different tactics in order to catch you. Don't be dumb. Now, for those of you who are seasoned racers or you really just don't care, you know what to do. It is what it is. You're not going to listen to me. You're going to do what you do, and I'm not here to change that. If anything, I'm going to watch from my pickup truck so I don't get in any trouble. But for those of you who are going down for the first time and you want to experience Texas 2K, I would be very cognitive of your vehicle choice, because it's going to dictate how much police attention you get. And I don't know about you, I try to avoid police attention because we don't really get along. It is what it is. I don't want that for the rest of you guys either. So there's my biggest tip. Let's talk about another one. Now, my next and probably even more important tip, know how to read a map. Houston's a gigantic city, and 2 years in a row, I thought we were close to the track. We were not. You can be on the other side of the planet pretty much and get there faster than the other side of Houston. So look at hotels. If you haven't done it already, it more than likely is too late. But also look at the potential Airbnbs. There's a lot of those around there. You're getting closer to the coastline. Those prices are still decent right now. Why am I saying get closer to the track? It lessens the chance of you getting in trouble, okay? Drive to the track. The line to get in there is going to be astronomical. Just go ahead and expect that. It's going to be huge. You're not going to get in there first. It's not going to happen. I sat in the line the first year for like 2 hours, and that was for the test and tune night. Wasn't the best time in my life because I almost ran out of gas. And that was in the V6, so this in the Challenger now, yikes. But if you're closer, it deviates the amount of trouble you could get into, as well as will make the event a little more fun. Now, I'm not dumb here. I realize there's a lot of you who are going down for the street racing. I'm going down for the street racing. Understand that Texas has a law in place now that if you are caught spectating street racing, you can also get a ticket for it. That will also go against your record. I believe it's a misdemeanor, a C misdemeanor. Could be wrong there, not 100%, but I do know that that is a thing now. If you don't want to get in trouble, have an escape plan. Don't park in the same area as the other attendees. And if the cops come, don't be an idiot and stand there with your cell phone out taking videos. Go to your car, leave, okay? Otherwise, have bail money. Now, I know this video come off super negative. Thank you, Andrew Mock, for, increasing the police presence 10 times because you wanted to be an idiot. But I wanted to actually see how many people I could help out. I still want this event to go on. Unfortunately, I think Texas 2K's time in Houston is coming to an end. Especially with everything that just keeps going on, the takeovers and everything down there. It's just not getting any better. But for those of you who are going, have fun, be safe, don't drive outside your means, and if you don't have the means to get out of jail, just don't get in trouble. We're gonna keep it that simple today, guys. I will see you guys at Texas 2K walk around. If you see me, stop me, say what's up, let's grab a picture, shake hands, I don't care. YouTube is a regular thing to me now, so I wanna meet you guys. Also too, next weekend, I will be at the Super Lap Battle at Coda. I will be down in the pits. If you're in that area or if you're at the 742 car show, you see me, stop me, please say what's up. I wanna meet all of you guys. Until then, stay safe, drive within your means, like, share, comment, all that craziness. Stay savage.